Lindsay Wagner almost said no to the role that changed everything. And the reason she changed her mind has nothing to do with the rumors fans have been whispering about for 50 years. In January 2026, a photo from a comic convention in South Carolina quietly broke the internet. There was Lindsay, nearly 77, sitting next to Lee Majors at 87, both of them smiling like old friends who had earned every wrinkle. The comments flooded in immediately. People who had grown up watching Steve Austin and Jaime Sommers convinced themselves they were finally seeing proof of a secret love story. But the truth is far more interesting than that. Lindsay was born in Los Angeles in 1949, and her early life was anything but easy. Her parents divorced when she was 7, and she later described living through domestic violence during her childhood years. She also struggled with dyslexia at a time when schools had little patience for kids who learned differently. What saved her wasn't Hollywood, it was a classroom. At 12, a family friend and acting teacher named James Best invited her to sit in on a class while she babysat for him. Adults around her had noticed that the funny, quick-witted girl was using humor as armor. In that room, she discovered she could feel things, real things, without having to admit they were hers. The emotions belonged to the character. That made them safe. She didn't chase fame after that. She traveled, attempted college, and found formal study difficult. She was genuinely more interested in psychology and human behavior than in being a star. When she finally pursued acting professionally at 22, Universal Studios signed her and placed her in guest roles across several popular series. She was building something steady, but she had a clear vision for the kind of work she wanted: emotionally complex drama, not sci-fi adventures built around gadgets. So when Universal offered her a guest spot on The $6 Million Man, Lindsay's first instinct was to turn it down. She worried it would pull her further from serious roles. And she probably would have said no, if it weren't for her little sister Randy, 14 years younger, who absolutely adored that show. When their mother found out Lindsay was considering declining, she put her foot down. The role was simply not something Lindsay could refuse, not when it meant that much to Randy. So Lindsay picked up the script again and said yes. That one family conversation changed the entire trajectory of her life. Because Jaime Sommers wasn't just a guest character, she became a phenomenon. When Jaime's storyline concluded with her death, the audience simply refused to accept it. Letters poured into the network, until producers brought her back. And in 1976, The Bionic Woman launched as its own series with Lindsay at the center. She fought hard to make Jaime meaningful. She didn't want to play, in her own words, a woman whose only power was punching people. She pushed for emotional depth, collaborated closely with producer Kenneth Johnson, and quietly used the show to model what genuine strength in a woman could look like. In 1977, that work earned her an Emmy for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Drama Series. As for the romance rumors about her and Lee, nothing in the public record supports them. During production, Lee was married to Farrah Fawcett. What Lindsay and Lee actually shared was professional trust, warmth, and a fictional love story so convincing that audiences could never fully separate it from reality. That photo from South Carolina wasn't two secret lovers finally stepping into the light. It was two colleagues, comfortable with 50 years of shared history, smiling, because they both understood what that unlikely chain of events had actually meant. A little girl loved a TV show. A mother insisted. And Lindsay Wagner walked through a door that changed her life, and the lives of everyone watching. If this story moved you, hit like and subscribe. There are plenty more where this came from.